Lords, I declare an interest as the co-chair of the all-party parliamentary group on Eritrea. Would the noble Lord agree that the malign role of Eritrean militias has undoubtedly exacerbated an already grievous situation, that the conflict is spreading from Tigray to other ethnic groups and to neighbouring countries, with terrorist organisations such as Al-Shabaab exploiting the instability? My Lords, with an entire population, as the noble Lord the Minister has said, on the verge of starvation and death, how has the United Kingdom responded to the bombing of civilian targets, including in close proximity recently to the university in Mekelle, and in galvanising the international community to end the weaponising of hunger and famine, rapes and gender-based violence, and to bring those responsible to justice? Does he not agree that the scale of what is happening in Africa is directly comparable to the scale of what is happening in Europe, in Ukraine?
The noble Lord has a long track record, and I appreciate the very regular updates that I get from him on these issues, all of which I transfer to my colleague in the other place in whose portfolio this sits, and I know it's appreciated there as well. But millions of people in Ethiopia have in recent years been lifted out of poverty. I mean, it was a development success story. We all remember the horrors that really created much of what we now regard to be the aid movement. But those gains that we saw are massively at risk today. And the reality is that millions upon millions of people are now facing a return to base poverty, actual starvation. So this is, of course, a priority for us. And we are working with all of the international bodies that have a role to play, whether that's in preventing sexual violence, whether it's alleviating the immediate threats of starvation. We're working through all the UN agencies. We are and remain an international development leader in Africa, notwithstanding the pressures on the ODA budget in the UK, and Africa will remain a priority for us.